day of our 5 days English challenge. I hope you all are good there and had your lunch and are ready for the class. Yes. Today our agenda is to learn about sentences, about subject verb agreement, and about helping verbs. Yes. So let us not waste time and let me just share my screen. Yes. Yeah. I hope you can view my screen. So today we are going to learn about sentences, as it is very much important for us to know about different kind of sentences which we use in our daily life. Yes. So first thing first is, what are sentences? Sentences are group of words. So whenever you frame any sentence, it is you have to use more than one word to give it a meaning, isn't it? So that is why it is known as sentences are group of words. So if I say name, my name. Are you able to understand this? You are not. So I have to complete this sentence. My name is Shikha. Then only you are able to understand as in what I am telling you. So sentences are group of words, as well as the structure of the sentences should be clear and complete, so that the listener should understand what you are saying. So for example, if I am saying name my is, and then whatever my name is I'm telling, so that is a broken sentence. People would understand, but actually this is not a correct framework of the sentence. Each and every word should be in its proper place to make sense. So sentences are those which make sense and is a group of words. So we have some examples, like I am going to school, or my friends are playing in the park. My name is Reena. Okay, there are some rules of writing sentences. I have seen many adults making mistakes while writing sentence. So a sentence should always start with a capital letter. We should be mindful while writing sentences. Just keep on practicing, so that you don't have to think whether I am writing small letter or capital letter at the beginning of the sentence. Yes, it should be an involuntary action. That is where you are not thinking, and automatically you are writing capital letter the moment you are beginning any sentences. That much practice is required. Then it always ends with a full stop, question mark, or an exclamatory mark. It depends on the type of sentence. If it is a question, it needs to end with an question mark. If it is a normal statement, it need to end with an full stop. And if it is some sentence which is expressing your feeling or your excitement, in that case we call it as exclamatory sentence, and that ends with an exclamatory mark. Yes. So we have different kind of sentences: declarative sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence, exclamatory sentence. You might be thinking, why do we need to know this? Because it is not only like you will keep on speaking, but the moment you are in some kind of job nowadays, it is not like only one thing you are doing. You might be have to do more than one thing. Maybe your manager would ask you to write the project, write the report, and every day you have to send to the client. So in that case, you need to know whether you need to ask some question to the client, or you are making normal statement to the client. Yes, and that is why it is very important for us to know where we should use question mark, where we should use normal full stop. Yes. Declarative sentences are known to be normal statement which expresses our opinions, and generally these kind of sentences ends with an full stop. Like, I am going to my office. So I am informing you something, and this is normal sentence. This is a normal statement. I am an English trainer. You all are developers. So all these are normal statement. Apart from this, if I am giving opinion about somebody, like he is a good painter, or he is a very hardworking boy, so in these case, I have got some opinion about people, and that's why the opinion which I'm telling, that also comes under declarative sentence. Imperative sentence. Yes, imperative sentence can be a command as well as a request, and it can end with a full stop or with an exclamatory mark. It totally depends on the type of sentence you are creating. So if you are requesting something, please maintain silence. Please maintain silence. The moment you use please in your sentence, that means you are requesting something to the listener, and it ends with an full stop. And when you are commanding something to somebody to do something, yes, like here I have got the example, give me your pencil box right now. So many commands your teachers might be telling you, go shut the door. Yes, bring your shoes here. Your mother, your parents keep on commanding you throughout the day. Start doing your studies. Why don't you do your math? So many commands are there. So all the commands would be ending with an exclamatory mark. Then we have got interrogative sentence. As we know, interrogation means asking questions. So of course, interrogative sentence means question sentences. Yes, and all the question sentences needs to end with an question mark. Yes. So when are you coming to my house? How did you do this? Yes, all these are questions. The moment you want to ask question to your listener, it should end with an should end with an question mark. Plus, whenever you are asking the question, your voice modulation also should be like that. Yes. We come to exclamatory sentence. Then exclamatory sentence generally expresses our feelings, our emotions, our excitement, whether we are surprised, we are happy, or we are angry. The moment we are happy, we say, oh, hooray, this has happened, I'm so happy. Or when you meet your friend after a long time, what do you say? I'm so happy to meet you after such a long time. Hooray, our team has won the match. Okay, so all these are exclamatory sentence. But then we have some exclamatory words also. Like in the second sentence, I have words, I have used hooray. Hooray is the exclamatory word, and that's why after the word only I have used exclamatory mark. Apart from this, we have other exclamatory words like alas. Alas is used generally when you are sad, you want to show that you are sad about something. Alas, I lost my purse. Alas, I'm late for my office. Yes, hooray, congratulations. All these are used for moments when we are happy. So these are the types of sentences. These are, I don't think these are very much hectic for you to know about it. Just go through them and it will be easy for you to understand. Moving towards the parts of sentences. Now here, every sentence, whatever we frame any sentence or whatever we talk, it is always about somebody, isn't it? We talk about somebody and we talk about what they are doing, isn't it? So in my example here, a dog was running behind a cat. So what is this, about whom we are talking here? Here we are talking about the dog, and the rest of the sentence was running behind a cat. This part of the sentence tells us what we are talking about, the dog. Okay, so about whom we are talking in this sentence, it's the dog, and dog is the subject. In the same way, was running behind a cat, so it is a predicate. What we are talking about, the dog, what we are talking about, the subject, so it is the predicate. So the person, place, animal, thing about whom we are talking is the subject, and what we are talking about them is the predicate. Okay, so naming part of the subject, that is talk about who and what in the sentence, and telling part of the predicate, the action which the naming part is doing, means about whom we are talking and what we are talking. Then these sentences always ends with question mark or full stop or exclamatory mark. Yes, as I told you earlier. Then the structure of a sentence, as I told you earlier also, a structure of sentence contains subject plus verb plus object. Yes, so already we saw what can come in the subject part yesterday. In the subject part, either we will have a noun or we will have a pronoun. Say for example here a dog. Dog is a noun, isn't it? So in the subject we can have a noun or a pronoun. Yes. So moving forward to the helping sorry subject verb agreement. Just give me a moment. Yes. So now we are going to see the subject verb agreement, and this is one of the most important part for all of us to know, because most of the time we make mistakes while agreeing our verbs with our subject. Yes, and it is very much important to know this to frame a correct sentence. So, first thing first is you might be thinking, what is subject verb agreement? To make a correct sentence form, a verb must agree with its subject in number or person. Okay, so how can we agree our verbs with the subject? A singular noun, say for example, a boy, a cow, a dog. Okay, all these are singular nouns. A singular noun or pronoun takes a singular verb with it. So singular verb. Now you might be thinking, what is singular verb here? So first thing first, we should know about verb. What is verb? Verbs are doing words, whatever we do every day. Yes, walk, talk, sleep, eat, drink, cook, bath, brush. So many things are there we keep on doing all the time. Seeing, laughing, all these are doing words. Okay, and these are known as verb. Now singular verb, like say for example walk. Yes, so if I want to make my this verb as singular, I will add s with this. That means I have to use walks. So walks is the singular form of the verb. So a singular noun, say for example if I say the boy walks, the boy walks daily to the school, the boy walks daily to the school. Plural noun, boys. Okay, it will always take plural verb. What is plural verb? When we are not adding s with our verb, that becomes plural. The boys walk to the school every day. The boys walk to the school every day. Yes, understood. So you have to use s once, either with the noun or with the verb. You cannot use two s's together, or you cannot leave both of them blank without s. So either of the two you have to use s. A pronoun you always takes a plural verb. Since we use you both for a singular person and more than one person, that's why it always takes a plural verb with it, even if it is used for a singular person. So if I am asking you what are you doing, then too I will be using the plural form of the verb. You play, you eat, you drink. I'm not going to say you drinks, you sleeps, you plays. No, I'm not going to use it like that. My verbs will always be without s. Same is the case with pronoun I. I always takes the plural form of the verb. Yes, and here also our verbs would be without s. The moment I say plural verb, that means the verbs would be without s. I always takes the plural form of the verb, like I eat, I sleep, I teach. Yes, so let us see some example, then your understanding would be more clear. First, in the left hand side, we have got singular noun with singular verb, and in right hand side, we have got plural noun with plural verb. Yes. So the first example, the girl, girl is a singular noun, isn't it? The girl speaks French. Now, as my subject is singular, the verb should also be singular. So, is my verb singular here? Yes, it is, because it is with s. It is coming with s. So that's why it is singular. The girl speaks French. Then in the right hand side, the girls. Girls. My subject is plural here, and so it should take plural form of the verb. The girls speak. Speak. My verb is without s. So the girls speak French. So here my subject plus verb both are plural, and that's why my subject and verb both agrees and my sentence is correct. Moving to the second sentence, the child plays football. Child is singular. Plays is a verb that is also singular because we have added s with play, and that's why it becomes singular. The child plays football. The children. Okay. Children itself is plural. You do not need to say children's. Children's is a wrong word. Yeah. Children itself is plural. The children play football. So here my subject is plural and my verb is also plural. That dog runs fast. Here my subject is singular, my verb is also singular. Those dogs run fast. My subject is plural and my verb is also plural. This dress looks beautiful. Okay, so here also my subject is singular and my verb is singular. These dresses look beautiful. So here my subject is plural and my verb is also plural. Rima lives in Mumbai. Rima lives in Mumbai. Yeah, here my subject is singular, my verb is also singular. Rima and Rahul live in Mumbai. So here my subject is plural. Why? Because I am telling Rima and Rahul. So that's why my subject is plural and my verb is also plural. Now, if I would have used or instead of and here, if I would have used or instead of and, then what would have happened? Rima and Rahul live or lives? It would have been lives, because we are talking about only one of the person. The moment we use or, that means we have only a singular subject. Either we are talking about Rima or we are talking about Rahul. Rima and Rahul live in Mumbai. He loves to eat ice cream. He loves to eat ice cream. So can you see here? Here we have got a pronoun. Yeah, singular third person pronoun, and it is taking a singular verb with s. He loves to eat ice cream. They. Here we have got plural pronoun. They love. This is the verb. This is a plural verb without s. Yeah, they love to eat ice cream. Understood? Okay. So now here I have got a table for you people to understand. If you go through this, you will be able to know which kind of verb you should use. Say for example, we have singular nouns in our sentences. For example, girl, child, dog, dress, Rima, or singular pronoun like he, she, it. Then our verbs are going to be singular. They are going to come with s, like speaks, plays, runs, looks, lives. Yes. And if our nouns are plural, girls, children, dogs, dresses, Rima and Rahul, and we have got plural pronoun like they, we, I and you might be thinking these are singular, but as these takes the plural pronoun, so it has come here. So all these pronouns will be taking plural form of the verb. That means the verb will come without s. Speak, play, run, look, live. Right? In the case you are framing negative sentences, we do get confused with do and does, isn't it? When to use do, when to use does, we we really get confused about it. So let me tell you that when we have singular subject, we will use does. Yeah, does. That means it is coming with s. This child does not eat vegetable. So you might be thinking why we are using eat here. Eat is a verb. Why we are not using eats? Because we have already added s with do. Okay, with do we have added s to make it does, and that's why in the next verb we are not adding any S. So this child does not eat vegetables. These children, here my subject is plural. These children don't eat vegetables. So when my subjects are plural, we will use do. This car does not look good. Okay, car is singular and that's why we will be using does. This car does not look good. These cars do not look good. That lady, again here our subject is singular. That lady does not know to speak in English. Those ladies do not know to speak in English. My grandmother does not know to cook dosa. My grandparents don't know to cook dosa. He doesn't know to ride cycle. They don't know to ride cycle. Yes. So here you have to know that whenever our subjects are singular, we need to use does. And when our subjects are plural, we use do. Right? And in case you are framing questions with do and does, it is again the same thing. We will be framing the sentences in that way only. Does that boy go to school? So here we are talking about a singular boy, and that's why we are using does here. Does that boy go to school? Do those boys go to school? Here we are talking about more than one boy, and that's why we are using do here. Does she has a car? Do they have a car? Does he like ice cream? Do they like ice cream? Does Rima live in Mumbai? Do Rima and Rahul live in Mumbai? Yes. So these are some simple rules to be followed while framing, sentences. But then another thing which we should remember is these kind of verbs, that is my verb should be singular, my verb should be plural. These all apply only when we are framing sentences under simple present tense, not in past tense, not in future tense as well. The moment we want to show something in past, we will use ed, or we have got some irregular kind of verbs. The moment we want to frame some sentences about our future, we are going to use will, isn't it? So in those cases, our whether our verb should be singular or plural, that does not matter. So here there are some helping verbs also which we will understand. So for example, if you are framing sentences under present tense, okay, and you have got pronoun I, with I we take the verb am always. I am teaching, I am cooking, I am studying, I am writing, I am walking. Yes. So all these, present tense sentences will be using this kind of verb. Am is are. Am is used with I. Is used with he, she, it. He is going for a walk. She is going for a walk. It is going for a walk. Are. Are is used for you, we, they. Now you, here whether we are talking about one singular person or about plural person, in both the cases we are going to use are. You are going to school, we are going to school, they are going to school. Even in case you are talking to a friend of yours, like singular friend only, single friend, then too you will use you are. It's not like you'll use you is, right? You are going to school. And for example, you are framing sentences under past tense. Yes, for past tense we have got helping verbs was and were. Was and were. So for pronouns I, he, she, it, we will use was. I was cooking yesterday, he was cooking yesterday, she was running yesterday, it was playing yesterday. And in the same way, if we have plural verbs, plural pronouns like you, we, they, in that case we will be use were. You were playing in the park yesterday. We were playing in the park yesterday. They were playing in the park yesterday. Now here again, we have got you, and for you, whether we are talking about a singular person or more than one person, we will always use were. So if you are talking to a single friend of yours, you'll be saying you were playing in the park yesterday. Or if you are playing, if you are talking to a group of people, then also you'll be saying the same thing, you were playing in the park yesterday. Yes. So this is how we are going to use these kind of verbs to frame sentences under present tense and past tense. Let me give you some examples. Like, under present tense we have got, I am a girl, he is going to school, she is doing her homework, you are doing your homework, they are playing in the park, we are going for shopping. I was, now these sentences are under past tense. I was reading. So the moment you use was, your sentence becomes past. Yes. I was reading. He was playing. She was working. You were talking to your friends. They were going for shopping. We were playing, right? So if you see these sentences, these are so simple. Yeah, we have got the subject, we have got the helping verb, and we have got the object. I am a girl. I am a girl. He is going to school. He is, he, and then is the helping verb, go is the main verb. But as we are using helping verb here with the main verb, we need to use ing. So here he is going to school, she is doing her homework, you are doing your homework, they are playing in the park, we are going for shopping. So can you see, these sentences are so simple. I have kept the sentences very simple for you, so that you can frame such kind of sentences daily. It is better if you can frame such sentences while talking to others. Yeah, it will be better if you can write and then you can practice, then it will be much more better. Yes. So here there are some questions. I'm showing it to you so that you can practice at home. This is very useful for you. So please do practice this at home. So now we will move to the helping verbs. Just a second. Yeah. So as you can see in my screen, already we have discussed about it, but most of the time people make mistakes in these things only. If you feel, oh, I know this, but just reflect on your sentences when you talk. If you feel you make mistakes, you'll be making mistakes in such kind of verbs only. Yes. So just to polish your knowledge little bit more, with I we always use am. With with we, you, and they, we always use are. And with he, she, it, these are singular pronouns, and with them we use is. Okay. So if you are framing sentences under present tense, these are the verbs, these are known as to be verbs, and these are the verbs which we use to frame our sentences. Then to frame sentences under past tense, it is only two helping verbs which we use, that is was and were. So with I and he and she, we use was. I was cooking yesterday, he was playing, she was running. Yeah. And with you, we, they, we use were. Already I told you that even if we are talking to a single person, we will just point that person with you were only. You were talking to your friend yesterday. Yes. Okay. With it also we are going to use was. So here we have got few types of helping verbs, auxiliary verbs and modal verbs. So under auxiliary verbs again we have got three form of verbs, that is to be one already we have seen, am, is, are, was, were, and be and been would be used according to the sentence which you are framing. To have, has, had. I think this is a very big confusion. When you speak you are just confused whether you should use have, whether you should use has, or whether you should use had. And then to do verbs, do, does, did. We saw example with do and does, but with did we are going to see it now. And we have modal verbs like can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, ought to. So in this modal verbs we have got some verbs which we do not use in that much regular way, like shall and ought to. These things we use really in a very lesser manner. So first thing first is, what are helping verbs? Helping verbs are those verbs which help us to correct frame correct sentence, as well as it helps us to show the time when the action happened, whether it is happening in the present, whether it happened in the past, or whether it is going to happen in the future. So with your helping verb only, people understands about which time frame you are talking. Say for example, I am teaching now. If I tell somebody that I am busy taking a session now, I am busy taking a session now, so that person would understand, yes, ma'am is using I am, so ma'am is busy right now. Now if I tell that person that I was busy taking a session, what that person would understand? I was, that is past tense. And then for future tense, yeah, I will be taking a session tomorrow. I will. So will lets that person know that I'm talking about future. I will take a session tomorrow. Yes. So the moment I use am, the moment I use was, the moment I use will, people understands about which time frame I am talking. Okay. Hi Ananta, good afternoon. I think today you are a little bit late in joining the session. Okay. So uh, we have got some examples here. Under present tense, I am having another piece of pizza. I am. Right now, I'm doing it. The things which I am doing right now, with that, I'll be using helping verb as well as the main verb, and with that, I'll be adding ing to show that the action is going on right now. I am having another piece of pizza. I am taking a session right now. I am attending a session right now. That uh, is applicable on you. You are attending a session now. She is making dinner for us now. They are planning to go out of town. You are planning to go out of the town. Then past tense, yeah, something which I was doing yesterday, again I want to show it in a continuous manner. I was eating pizza yesterday. She was given the grand prize. We were pleased to be included. Will you be going? Yeah, will you be going? Then I have been running for over an hour. Apart from this, we do have other examples like I have grown tomatoes before. Means sometime before I had grown tomatoes. Who has traveled to Colorado? He had asked if he could take that blanket. I do find that show amusing. Amusing means entertaining. Shally goes skiing every winter. Who did solve the puzzle? So here in this part we have got all the sentences mixed up. Just look into them, then you will be able to understand. Then we come to the modal verbs. We do get confused, as in like when to use can, could, may, might. Yes. So here Sal can name all the US presidents. The moment we say can, that means that person can name, he knows the name of all the US presidents. I wish I could sing, that means something I'm wishing. I don't know to do this, but I want to do. Say, for example, you are asking somebody to do something. Can you do this for me? Can you do? Okay. So, in that case, you are just, asking the person, but it would be better if you can use could. Could gives a better option for us to give them a chance to say yes or no. Could you please do this for me? This is much more politer than just directly asking, can you do this for me? I may live a day early. So I'm going somewhere. I may and might, both of these are giving us the same meaning. I may leave a day before. I might eat pizza for dinner. I may eat, or I might not eat. Both the things you can use. Either you can use may, either you can use might. That totally depends on you. I will read 2 books this weekend. I will. That means something which I am going to do in the future, but definitely I will read those books. Would you mind if I stayed here for a while? So when you use would, that means you are not that much, sure about it. Here, if I say I would read 2 books this weekend, I would. That means I'm not sure whether I will read or not. If I get time, then only I would read. If I don't have time, I would not. Yeah. And then here asking question, would you mind if I stayed here for a while? Such a nice polite way of asking questions. Please, if you can, just see the structure of the sentence and try to use such kind of sentences with your friends, with your colleagues, and especially in professional environment. Such kind of sentences are, very much good to be used. The moment you use such kind of sentences, remember, half of your work would be done. Would you mind? Say, for example, if you say, will you mind if I stayed here for a while? And then the person might think that this is a rude way of asking, and then she would answer you no. But then, if you say, would you mind, that means you yourself are giving the option to that person to say yes or no. In your mind, you have that option, that this person might answer me with yes. This person might answer with to me with no. So even if he says no, you are not going to mind his no that much. That's why it is always good to ask such kind of sentences with could, with would you mind if I stayed here for a while? Who shall volunteer lead the okay, just a second. Who shall volunteer to lead the committee? So if there is anybody who can volunteer to lead, to be the leader of the committee, you should go home and lie down. Now, say, for example, what is the difference between shall and should? Shall means that person can do, means might do, might not do. Somebody might volunteer to be a leader, might not. Means here we are not sure. And that's why, in earlier days we used to use shall a lot for talking about our future, but nowadays we do not use shall that much, because the moment you say use shall, that means it shows that you are not that much, sure about doing that action. Okay. Then you should go home and lie down. Here should is generally used to suggest or advise the other person. You should study hard to get good marks. You should take rest so that you can get well soon. Okay, something which must be done, and it is an advice. So whenever you are giving any advice to somebody, just remember to use this word should. When it's your turn, you must go. When it's your turn, you must go. The must and ought to, again the difference is same. Must means I want you to go, ought to means it's your wish whether you want to go or not. This ought to fix the problem. This ought to fix the problem. This thing might fix the problem. It might fix, it might not fix. So these are the difference between modal verbs. So much difference is there. Okay. So, how helping verbs are used to show continuous and perfect sentences, continuous form? The main verb is added with ing. So, the moment you feel that I have to show something in continuous form, you have to use ing. As I told you already, I am renting my guest house to my neighbor. I am renting. Steve is starting a new personal training business. That means he is going to start something new, but I am showing it in a continuous form. Christopher and Bernadette are moving to Baton Rouge. Yes, so they are moving to Baton Rouge. Both of them are moving here. Our subject is plural, and that's why we have used are. It is raining almost every day. So nowadays it is raining, I think, every day in Bangalore. In other places, here it is not raining. We were planning our next vacation. So yesterday we all sat together and we were planning our next vacation, that where we should go or what should we do in our next vacation. So something here you have to keep in mind is this. I'll let you know in just a second. With I, we will always use have. Yeah. With you also, we will always use have. And anything plural, that is they, we, these all subjects all will also take have. Yes. So I and you, already we know that they takes the plural form of the verb. And if our subjects are plural like they or we, or say for example my friends, my family, in that case all the plural form of the verbs will take have. And the moment are sorry, all the plural form of the subjects will take have. Yes. And in case our subjects are singular, say for example we are using somebody's name, like my best friend name is Neha. Yeah, I'm taking her name. And if I my subject is he, she, it, in all these cases we will use has. He has gone for a party. She has come for dinner. It has played throughout the day. Yes. So have and has is generally used to frame sentences under present perfect. So the moment you are going to frame sentences under present perfect, you want to show that some action was going on in the present moment, but now it is over. In that case, you are going to use have and has. Apart from this, had, when we use had, we use had for past tense, and this had remains same with all the form of subjects, whether it is singular or plural. I had gone for a party. You had gone for a party. They had gone for a party. He had gone for a party. Yes. So we saw the usage of have and had. Yes. And so tomorrow we are going to see about tenses, and tomorrow we will be learning all these in a very clear manner. As I have already got this for tomorrow, so here I have not got the table of have, has, had, but tomorrow definitely we are going to understand all these in detail. So I would like to know if any one of you have any question in anything. Today we had done three topics, that is sentences, helping verbs, and subject verb agreement. Anybody has any questions or any doubt, please let me know. Any questions, guys? Okay, then. So, here I am going to end my class. I hope you had learned something. In case you did not attend the full class, please go through the video. It will be very useful for you to understand these. Tomorrow, we are going to start with tenses. So, I request you, please do not miss the class. Thank you for today, and here I am going to end the class.